Ah, it's good to be back. I just can't wait to talk about all the greatest films of all time this year. Fuck! Succeeding Transformers Revenge of the Fallen expands on the universe in every way it shouldn't have, and lives to disappoint all who dare watch it. There's a little bit of coverage on this film, but I'll go ahead and pretend that doesn't exist. If it's so bad, why am I doing a movie time on it? Oh, well that's easy. Because I love it. Oh. I think that was my credibility. 2008 was a great time for everybody, especially the Writers Guild of America, who shot out a strike over rights and pay. These inconvenient holidays thankfully didn't impact this film in any way, because it was always destined to be shit. It's what Michael Bay pinned the blame on, for the lack of development in the script, hence my obligation to mention it, but actions speak louder than words, sweetheart. Regardless, according to the blonded Destiny Child himself, they had 3 weeks to vomit out a final draft. Ho ho, and vomit they did. Sam, now heading to college, finds a sliver of the Allspark, the previous plot object, on his hoodie. It imprints him with some weird sci-fi bull before bayfying the kitchen. Meanwhile, the other sliver, being safeguarded by incompetence, is stolen by Decepticons who revive Megatron with it. Megatron's plan is to get the Fallen, the original Decepticon, some old guy in a chair who circumvents the Optimus Megatron Brotherhood storyline. I've no idea. Anyway, Megatron wants to get him back to Earth so they can harvest Energon by destroying the sun. A wacky tale, sounding like G1 Transformers, really. My equilibrium! To activate this machine, they require the Matrix of Leadership, the new plot object. In trying to save Sam, Optimus is killed, briefly. In order to revive him, they also seek the Matrix of Leadership. It was hidden on Earth eons ago to keep it from the Fallen by the original 6 primes, the 7th being the Fallen himself. This culminates in a final battle, and yes, it is utterly exhausting. Now, there are 4 writers responsible for this bucket of atrocity. Here they are. You wrote 60 pages! Yeah, blame the writers. If you wanted something fucked up, may as well do it yourself, eh? In a moment of weakness, anyone could be guilty of using the obvious scapegoat in this situation, but in truth, the film was near production before the strike, and at the time, Mick Bay promised that the next film would be better. And it was. Just not in the way he hoped. Stay tuned. We have all the hallmarks of a student film here. Horrific character development, pointless subplots, racism, more on that later, and tell don't show. Exposition if you fancy. This film lacks direction and purpose in its narrative. This was instilled with writers of questionable track record. Wait a second. Ponies. Why is this in your portfolio? Oh, I see. Characters by. I mean, it sounds like Revenge of the Fallen. What annoys me so much is I know that this bunch can do so much better. And worse, but also better. Roberto Orci was a lead writer in Transformers Prime, a show I hold near and dear, that shows true weight in character choices and deals with a lot of complex emotions. And yes, I am indeed afraid of girls. I'll give them benefit of the doubt here in saying that Transformers Prime was produced after what transpired in 2009 and features a lot of subtle nods to Bayformers. Revenge of the Fallen could have been so easily fixed, even without the benefit of hindsight. Remove Megatron and have one villain, boom. Okay, fine, I'll elaborate. Keen viewers will notice that the title has revenge in it. My interpretation is Mr. Mick intended the Fallen to want revenge on his brothers/Earth. This makes no sense. Really, he's a sadist with a grudge against a planet. The other primes sacrificed themselves to make a tomb for the What's-It. Rip. Optimus is the next logical step, but the poor Gossin hadn't a clue about any of this nonsense. Now though, I think he could have been lying. I don't really trust this Optimus. Sorry. Optimus is killed by Megatron. There's spoilers in this video, by the way. The plan is executed by Megatron. Sam is nearly killed by Megatron. Unfortunately, that one didn't pan out. You see what I'm poking at? The Fallen is a pensioner in a crashed spaceship, letting the Chungans figure it out. Keeping Megatron dead puts a bigger spotlight on Megatronus, the Fallen's actual name. It allows him to inflict his will. Kill Optimus, if that's the desired outcome, and destroy the world out of a personal ambition and hatred, fueled by the death of his disciple Megatron, or through his search for the Allspark's lost knowledge. It doesn't matter. The point is, too many cooks spoil the broth here. Optimus is a psychopath. He retains his reason and logic, kind of. But as soon as nobody's looking... So, love the action, but I'm getting more of a Nemesis Prime here. Optimus only uses politics and rules as a means to an end, but has absolutely no remorse or guilt for his actions. None. Any emotions that might be perceived as such come across as lies or only half-truths. Bayformers 1 shows Optimus as a level-headed leader that holds back his immense strength with his even greater nobility and willingness to promote positive change in others. It's Optimus. This thing is an Optimus-shaped object, OSO, that makes Kratos blush. Who's Kratos, you might ask? Well, it's Kratos. 4 out of 10, not Optimus at all. Seeing this version as an evil variant, however, would be spectacular, 8 out of 10. The rest of the Transformers don't have character or direction or much point of being there, other than the butt end of a joke. Speaking of which, imagine the worst idea you could have about making fun of people, and then make a $200 million movie with it. Oh, wait, hang on. Or I'm supposed to come in from here. We're a professional channel here.
Papa capping his ass, throw him in the truck, and then nobody gonna know nothing, not me.
Oh, not Tom Kenny too. Obviously these two were meant to be a ha-ha funny joke, but illiterate buck-toothed gang-slinging African-American Autobots is pushing it in the good taste department. These two mysteriously disappeared, presumed to have received one cap in one's ass, and put into a trunk somewhere, as they so graciously narrate. Nice save, Michael. Kudos. God, I hate Sam. Anyway, Michaela has largely been left alone and should still be the main character instead of this walking headache. He's a whinging, self-centered child. He's not complaining, he's complaining about others complaining. This improves toward the end, but this isn't Hero's Call or Journey or anything, you know, it's just annoying. Michaela was going to break up with him and she should have followed through. I was rooting for her. Which is the third film, really. Is there continuity here? Alright, so it's not going well for my credibility. Why then did I see this movie 3 times when it came out? To be specific, Revenge of the Fallen lacks direction in the story. In world building, scale, cinematography, and choreography, it is a home run, ladies and gents. Oh my god. Keep in mind that Micheál McBay is one of the few filmmakers to ever get a license to film in Egypt. It's a very exclusive club that is 1, a serious flex, and B, is a tremendous way to add scale into a film. It's a worldwide adventure, and it's a big part why Miguel's films are so distinctive. Think about it, Marvel Studios digified a field for feck's sake. With incredible locations comes incredible opportunity. The camera is very much an extension of his will. Objective and subjective shots give you reference to the size of these alien robots. A tried and trusted method of the previous installment, keep in mind. The camera doesn't jar, twist and contort like an accident dashcam, but rather gently pans and is led by the incredible choreography and scene practicals. Beautiful. El Diablo del Bay is guilty of his fly-arounds, but I don't know, I think they work really well here. It's a big action sci-fi with even bigger robots. Let it have some flair. Stop f***ing giving out all the time. Like a cake only made from flour, camera technique is useless without eggs to fill the frame. Well, subjects in this case, keep up. Choreography is seamless and synced with the camera work. You are lost among the fighters dueling. I want to say for their personal ambitions, but there is none, so it's just for the crack and giggles, really. Use of environment in fight choreography is a fantastic method to stave off boredom in a scene, and here is no different. It's a lethal dance that just completely captivates your inner 9-year-old, where no two moves are the same. I credit Mick O'Sullivan to Michael Bay here, but keep in mind there's a lot of people responsible for this. With the moves and the camera work locked in, all we have left is the sugar, CGI to be precise. You've heard of computer-generated imagery before, I'm sure. You have now, anyway. But you've been looking at it since birth, you little munchkin. So educate yourself, f***ing Philistine. Again, there's a lot of people involved here, keep in mind. ILM take the center stage for this beauty. Some scenes, such as this is entirely generated, which is impressive, it just doesn't make any sense. Back on point, however, textures, interactions with the environment and emotion are executed wonderfully. What little expression these, let's not sugarcoat it, atrocities express is really conveyed in their facial expressions, but why, oh why, does it not make any sense? Alright, I said that I had a certain affinity for this film, love, and that is true. When viewing this film as a child, such ridiculous elements like story or coherence or sense don't apply. In the self-awarded Juvenile Film Award, I grew up with it, and it will always be with me as the film that made me fall in love with this franchise. The wonderful, Beautiful franchise that has the power to change lives and mindsets at a person's most impressionable stage. A franchise that has gotten me and others out of dark times. A franchise so diverse in its adaptations and variety that it matches Star Wars or Dune. This blown up toy line from the 80s, through the talent of so many creatives, damn near countless, has demonstrated more generosity, malice, greed, heroism, and every emotion you can feel than thousands of films through its adaptations. And I wouldn't have watched any of them if not for Revenge of the Fallen. So go ahead and laugh. Laugh at Michael May's nonsensical, peeing, stereotypical robots, but as far as I'm concerned, I owe him a debt for opening my eyes to this beloved franchise. The next film though, I like now. Hated when I first seen it. Stay tuned, eh? My mother does hate you though, Mr. Bay, for making her go to the cinema 3 times to watch it. And here we are, folks. The end. A little shorter, a little sweeter than usual, like my ability to care. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and thumb me or the video, makes no difference. And check out my other stuff, you'll get a kick out of it, gosh golly. You better have learned something too. I'm not talking for the good of my health here. But, most importantly, it's movie time. I think I might have fucking ADHD or something. God, I hate Sam. So happy, all I wanna do is live by the sea. I'm trying to justify to myself, even though I know why it's this. Stop judging me.